Greetings, Things in Time Stay with you. World Jam Global on the .com. Yeah, give thanks to the Creator, the most gracious, the most merciful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, we are gonna go back. We are gonna go back to alternate listen a few things me drop off in relation to Her Majesty the Queen and the reparation movement through the diaspora, but not we, them, or them perceive reparation and us, because they are talking about how far do we want them to go. But I am saying this myself, I not generalize either. There's a people that are Africans descent that know not their roots. They know not their names. We have been subjects of another set of people, or another people, carrying their names. So think about that when you're trying to decipher how far should we go. You see, sometimes in conversation with politicians or officials, because individuals are trying to be on their level and not represent what is in your heart, mind, and soul, and do not try to be like them. You get what we call hoodwink. So a layman know that are very self-conscious. The question to ask is, like me, personally, me, even my family too, is how far is the name that you have given us? And when I talk some people, you know, if you want to generalize that, me I say everybody. Now some people get vexed now, because them say, the guy sees a Muslim, you know, so what have to do with we? Nah, don't let that type of disparity confuse the issue. And that's another part of the process, intellectual, social process, that I want them don't have social knowledge will always be caught within. Because no, it seems like you need to define who you are. We don't. Because I'm coming from the premise that we don't know who we are. And that's the naked truth. We're being given surnames. And we also been given Christian names. You hear how it go? Christian names. So we know that's the title, our first name, and then your Christian name is your surname. But they're not our names. Whether it's Muslim name, in terms of a title, as how the Christian construct work or not. We as Muslims, even the Nation of Islam, we have chosen our names. And it's not that our parents also follow us and change them name too. Very few, very, very few have done such. And with the nation under the leadership of Imam Worthy Muhammad, one of the sons of Elijah Muhammad, many did change their name in the nation, but particularly under him. And the husbands, so you have a whole family of Abdullahs, Muhammad, Ahmeds, and their surnames. So we don't have Melek X. We have Rashid, Muhammad, Abdullah, Saleh, Luqman. You see? and the children carries as the son of Luqman, and so on and so on, as the general practice. I'm explaining that just to tell you, say that it's not a cop-out something, and it's not a division, because we all have been subjects. And that's one of the things I found, or the reasoning I find, that is in the Rasta camp long time, but it just filtered out kind of thing, you know? Especially when them start pick up Bible and so on and so on. Yeah. But our names belong to the owners, the ones who actually owned us. And the plantations. And I say we because we are their children. The plantations to which we were assigned, whether it was in Panama, Brazil, Portugal, North America, England, the Caribbean. Those names of those people who owned the land space, who owned the plantation, who owned us, named us. So how far should we go? You can't insult me like this. You need to really check yourselves. So we have to turn that thing around and ignore that, but still ask them, what do you mean? Define yourself very clearly. And then you have some young Rufuses, coconuts, that's on the payroll. And there's nothing wrong with being on someone's payroll, you know. But it's how your mind is working when it comes back to yourself or your people. And then them have the cheek to put you out there to converse with your own. And you represent, other than yourself, your existence and your ancestry. Now, these type of people, we shouldn't have no ear for, seriously. Because what they're there to do is, one, to antagonize, and two, to try to decipher for their sender. What is it? What is our premise? What is our stance? You know, how much work have we done? What angles are we attempting to put to the United Nations, the world courts, and everybody? Because the art of their supremacy is frustration. And racism, may I tell you, is a financial institution. It's economics. It's slavery. Racism. That's why the other opposition now use the word anti-Semitism. And soon as them see any likes of something that may hinder them or uncover them just put up a defense quick and scream and shout for wolf. Defend me, quick. And them have a way of telling people that they feel deeply offended. What do we do? That's why I say, how far do we, them asking how far do we want them to go? Because their ancestors, they're saying that they have died. They're not saying we dead, you know. They're saying the doers of that deed, they're saying they've died. We acknowledge that. We're not stupid. But we also acknowledge the banking system. We also acknowledge the material wealth. We also acknowledge the structures. We also still acknowledge the islands that has holiday resorts. You know, nothing has changed. It's just a different day and time. So may I work with the name? Because Mr. Taylor, Mr. McDonald's, and, you know, we have them type of name. Mr. Bess, Mr. Griffith, you know. We have those names. And it's not our names. We are to handle these things. So you see the mental scarring of a person's psyche. That's one of the charges of these people. Because we know not our names, and we know not our culture, and we know not our ethics and principles. We have fit ourselves in many things that we feel kind of, we gratify ourselves within them things. Because we want to belong, naturally. So if you just put your lens on and not be arrogant and say, "Cho, it's a long time," then you find, you recognize why we are, because you look outside yourself, you know, why we are viewed a certain way. And why we're only appreciated a certain way, or for certain things, like amusement, play and performance. And even then, we're controlled, because if we become the top in terms of earning, then we're feared. Just like these footballers and this racism thing with the footballers. It's the footballers' minds, it's their minds. See? It's because of the amount of money those young men from England is earning, and the potential that them have to use that money to empower someone like me and others, not just them family and others, and create a different vision. Not just an action, a different vision from a lost people. This should not be accepted. That's racism in its highest level, highest degree. But you don't see it that way, because we're constantly being encouraged to be dismissive of ourselves and to continue to play. So we don't really agree as much as we don't disagree, you know. Because you see, we all feel the same pain and emotion. But it's just that one may have a good car. I mean, I talk material now, and another one may have our own, a dwelling, their home, or a flat, house or flat. So the positioning that we have earned through struggles and hustles and bustles to achieve makes a distinction between ones and ones. And that is because we don't know who we are. So that competitive nature is also being created by the structure, not by us. Try get some animals them and try think that you can corral them and see how them behave. Even let's go to the zoo and have a good look, see how them behave. They're trapped. 1 and 2 lions and tiger and cheetah will succumb because mentally they couldn't take it. And others who mentally can't take it either are behaving in the way that we would depict them to be behaving as what they are. And another one seems so passive and calm, and the man even get to the point when put him head enough for them mouth and him arm in their mouth and everything. And voila, out to the blue, could be all 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and ratty slay some of them. And they don't hesitate to put them down, you know. Sometimes the person known dead. Them just rip them apart, rip them up. But they do not hesitate to put that animal down. There's no investigation about the person who tormented the garden animal for all these years and put them in an environment that is alien to them. But they behave like somehow they've reformed that animal. And they also behave like they reformed the animal attitude, behavior, characteristics. Listen, and that's the same way them feel that them use social science to deal with us. And that's why it's important that especially England found it necessary to keep us close to them. Why they're examining our attitudes and our behavior and our creativity and how we have been able to create life, not given any tools or resources to do that. They're able to analyze those at home and squeeze them or retain them in the little compound that them have them within, because them see that if them have a glimpse of what them allow we to have, and if we mobilize together, oh my gosh, man. So it's an experiment. Many of you don't even agree, but you choose your vision, you know, you're visionless. You see? And you not deal with roots, you not deal with culture, but you deal with roots and you deal with culture when you say music. Or when you say far eye. Other than that, them things not work. And the levels of realization and recognizing is not there. Brings me now to talk about Marcus Garvey. Not him, but the people them who say them love him. And some don't even say them love him, but they make out that they are part of his team. And our predicament remain the same. No one has isolated themselves from the general structure of society and create and give birth to the philosophy and opinions and the structure of Marcus Garvey. That vision. They make that vision come like the book. Variant passages, variant books in a book called the Bible book. And then someone have the cheek to tell you that the book come from God. And there's so many books in this book. Because it's not the Injil, it's not the Torah, it's not the Zabur. It's not. It's volumes of book put into this thing, a compilation of writings put into this book. So, what I'm saying is, you take Garvey, book and use it like scripture. And don't put no flesh on it. Don't implement. You have the theory, no application. Because if the master did tell us that this is what you should do, many would have, including myself, because we all have theological education and we can't run from that either. So how far should we go? You can't erase all that has been given to us. And since the truth is never going to be told to us, because maybe my children, their children may hear something. So which truth can they then decipher that it is truth when we have gone? Unless we have institutions to leave a legacy, to leave any form of information for them, and not this verbal stuff like I'm doing now, some institution that they can go and reflect and say, hold on a minute, this thing's been going on for 200 years plus. See, so the work that we have to really do and the understanding that we're supposed to be working with, we are subject to varying other strategies, which ain't wrong, you know. We have to have some strategic, but we're not on the same foundation. We're not balanced, we're imbalanced. Nothing to do with perfection, we're just imbalance. Because it's what I have now that may I represent and I'm dealing with. That's how we talk. We're not interested in nothing else. And if this something that seems that it not give me nothing, which means money, I'm not interested. Why you divert like that, Mr. Bess? Look at all the lives that we've lost. Look at the injustices that's going around. And it's an onslaught on us. And there's something sinister take place. And we now sit down among ourselves and try to analyze, question, research, be scientists in regards to what is actually happening. So we can prevent the damn thing from escalating, or continuing and escalating. Because it's us. After the Deptford fire, and such a huge audience, a huge number, large number of us show our pain. The system worked to prevent such force to be recognized again. One of the fathers, Sir Collins, him gone. He never stopped bringing the remembrance and the recognition and seeking justice for what happened down there, sir. New Cross. Fire. Murder. And he's gone. And there are other families who still carry the scars. But right now, there's so many scars, there's so many new hearse and new caskets, and some families lack money, so them have to ask them friends, them neighbor and everything for help chip in and have 2 or 3 9 nights and everything to raise some money for bury them loved one. But we're taking the trip down to the mayor's office. We are preparing to find funds, which they probably have done long time to write it, for Carnival. We're dismissive. I know the reparation movement is a talk shop and things are going a certain way and different Rufuses and roast breadfruits and everybody that come out looking nice and speaking cordial and making believe, false pretense that they're with us. Who is us? The roots people, the hardcore, the downtrodden, the one that don't seek for high status among another set of people. The lay people. And them think say that we just want money. We want justice. We want justice for our great parents. We want the same justice for ourselves as others would have for themselves. We want to be respected as human beings carrying another set of human beings' names. We should be honored not to carry their names by those who gave us those names, knowing that we are carrying their names, but don't wait just for us to play football or run or play cricket or sing. I'm telling you, another set of people would have been protesting on a day-by-day basis, refusing to do so many different things that brings attention to themselves. We lack that. A man, I got to show you something that's very interesting and how stupid we are because we don't love ourselves, you know. There's a man who make it clear that the Jamaican music fraternity or the music institution award someone other than one of them own, that them well know many hundreds, thousands have been the pioneer for a music that was disregarded by society in terms of the white man them. Even though we are trying to push it enough for them charts and what have you. But them honor someone. And there's no strike. So that someone, that person who bring this thing to the forefront, them think say that person is just vexed. And them a run up them out. So here comes now some others that know better, you know. And still in them do better than don't. They embrace the man more. More. Because it's just about money. It's not about the morals, and it's not about the culture, and it's not about our dignity either. It's just about money. So you Bible people, what does it profit anyone to have so much fame and some money for the loss of your soul? Because when you forsake your own self, you give away your morals and you dash away your soul. But there's another side of that, because if you give it to those dark things and them give you something, you can't pay them. Because them know what you don't know. They know what we don't know. And they can do things that we can't do. So why we are beg them for something? You see? We seek something from them, and then them give us. Then they want we to pay them now. And we can't pay them. So I Solomon will tell you, and David, King Solomon and King David, may Allah be pleased with them, that you will lose your soul. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world for the decrement of their soul? Okay, loss of something. So that man, no one, it should be like a plague among us. Because we represent the best of ourselves. But you see, money outweighed that. And then you get Barry G come now. And like him stick up fingers in people in face. Because him not care. And him fame already. How can someone beat him if it's just music him a play? We will call him the Dan Dada of the thing long time. No competition. So we don't want him in a competition. We want him to continue to explore or expose, promote, elevate the artist them out of the eyes of Jamaica. Nah, saying a man can take a different route and make the conversation that took place look like a man jealous and vexed. That's how idiotic. And maybe that's why some of them people are trying to interfere with the Facebook something, think about us. Because we're not following a damn trend. We have minds of our own. You understand? And we keep the thing decent. And we're not business about Mr. Pankoot. We don't. It's just that they want to carry to the court and try see if them can bankrupt we and them something. Because that must be what? Whatever reason it is. When a lot of other people come on the same Facebook page and play all different people music and everything, say, come tell me, say, them buy the copyrights for all these artists. You're mad? Which copyright? You tell me, say, that them up, them signed to whatever PRS these artists them have. You tell me, say, that them artists say only you all can play for we music. Stop it, man. So me have to go all around this now. So we come back now to the name, because when I leave the name, Christian name, surname, all these titles. That's why it's strange when the African, our brothers and sisters, them come here, especially the men. They're not carry for them name. Make things even worse. So if we go to court now, these people can tell you about the authentic African coming from Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Congo, everywhere, that now his name is Michael Smith, Peter Taylor, David Brown, and all these things. So it will take ones like me for turn around and say, hold on, stop there. They're complimenting you. Them feel safe, them carry them name. Them can integrate here easy. And another thing say that if them carry for them name, you can't pronounce for them name. So them go and change them name for one that you would recognize. And you can pronounce and spell and everything else. Then you know what they're gonna say? What about Miss Chung and Miss Young and Mr. Patel and Khan and everybody? Don't them have strange spelling for names too? Now we stuck. We stuck. Because that's true. Try spell a Chinese man name. Try at it. Eh? Spell a Afghan name. All these different peoples, man. Them have some different ways of using or spelling them name. Them have some, hey, listen, I want to know that already. So, our counterparts, our brothers and sisters on the continent, they don't do justice to us either. They not work hands and gloves with us. They don't even talk on the same platform as us. So you see, everything that is happening or does happen is we are on our own. Just we and God, you know. And then them tell another lot that religious this, that. So you have a disparity now when I unite doing the thing, the other one say he's a Muslim and we is Christian and we's a follower of Christ and everything, and they're heathens and everything. So no, we got splinters everywhere. And this is being designed. Long time. Design. So Her Majesty government should not be allowed to ask how far do we want to go? Because they had their atrocities with each other. They have the cheek to call it a world war. They involved the Commonwealth after colonialism supposed to have done, which it hasn't still. So you see, because if you don't have grandparents that want to talk to and everything, none of these things will come up. None of these interests, understanding, and memory would show its face, because colonialism is where we're still at. Commonwealth institutions is still where we're at. The conquering of Africa is still where we're at. The Caribbean servitude is still where we're at, because it's just a tourist outpost. Right? We who are there still have to live. And that's how we live, because tourism is the order of the day. The government's institution that's there to make sure that these things run belongs to the colonial bosses of whoever, our governments, our countries, whoever was in control of us when they brought us there. What the hell is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong is because you don't want to upset the clergy. You don't want to upset the pittance that you're receiving. But a lot of people realize certain things, you know. When they're most in need of that system that they're propping up, that system does not recognize them. But then it's too late, shall be your cry. That's a nice tune, you know. Wicked tune, that way. Yes, and lyrics too. Yes. You understand? And this is the type of trauma that we undertake. Now, before me bust two tune, because I have to bust some tune. I love tuning, I love rhythms. But I can't just eat rhythms and everything. We have a place for them. I was always this way. I love sound system, I like amplification. Yeah, I love noise, control noise. Like decibels, you know. Yeah, we like all them something there. But nicely control, and, you know. And then I can switch it all off and move on. You see? Just like that. Trust me. I never sit down and play music every last day, tune up sound system every day. No. No. Once been done satisfied with the sound and the amplification, the most thing we do is make sure that the amplifier can work for all that 12 hours under some serious duress. So I always have a testing rig. You understand? So I don't have to play, you know. Man, who know electronics, when I say test rig, you know what I'm speaking. Not them other jackass who come make people believe say something and them never do nothing. You understand? Anyway, another argument at Mr. Best. But that's what Mr. Do. That's how I was trained. You see? Yeah. By the bigger man them and by the institution of electronics. Not just, you understand? You have to go through the right practices and everything. And then you learn. And then you implement. And once the amplifier just go there and it don't overheat and it don't, you know, and so forth, you say, yeah, that they're nice. You know what I mean? 3-4 days come back now, you just put it on again and say, yeah. And you just look on the oscilloscope and see everything is everything. You understand? And then another time, come weekend, I just plug the turntable and the speaker inside there and just say, let me see now. And it's playing. Everything is nice, crisp. And you just look upon yourself and say, yeah. And like my mother, she goes, that's my boy. Yeah, you understand? So, where we want to go now? We had a situation there in Africa. And a situation there in Africa in 1940-something was called apartheid. White invasion, you know. Again, you know what I mean? This colonial people, them. Oh, gosh, man. And this apartheid segregated us. And because we are being taught about elections and government institution, everything, the people them who come in for conquer we understood that we knew. But them also know that choice for we country, we are the majority, them come with a strategy to outmaneuver us in terms of electional processes and change the grass landscape so that them being a handful become the rated majority in terms of politics. So it was a matter of making us seem inferior to structures that we call institutions. So them concocted or created a strategy that even a little small handful can have the majority of the landscape votes to put them ahead of us. And they achieved it. Did you not know? Mr. Best, easy, because sometimes the people them don't understand. And it's true, you know, many of you don't understand these things.
Asking for love. I beg you reggae for me, baby, like I tell you, mama, baby. And you reggae on a Monday, and then you reggae on a Tuesday. I said you reggae on a Wednesday, and then you reggae on a Thursday, and you reggae on a Friday, and you licky back Saturday. I could feel those chains walking over when you held me down. Sensation, what a rocking vibration, what a real cool version. It's a reggae version. Sensation. What a rocking vibration. This musical version were made from creation. Version, I shine. Mansion, version.
by the rivers of Babylon, where he sat down, and there he went,
by the rivers of Babylon.
when he remembers
Should never be
Zion.
there. We should be still somewhere. We should be sincere, and we live right through the year. Oh yeah, we will beg you have no fear.
Cause the wicked carried us away
By the river,
don't require from us a
don't
song.
shiver. By the river, oh yeah.
La, la, la. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lay it on Music Valley. I'm gonna lay it on Music Valley.
I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay it on from dusk till dawn. I'm gonna put it on.
You know I want you to feel alright. I want you to feel alright.
'Cause I'm coming on tougher than tough.
Da 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 da. Oh yeah. I will get along without you now. I will get along without you now.
I'll get along. I'm coming on strong. I'm coming on strong. So I'll get along. Oh yeah.
So don't you ever try to change my mind for that.
So don't feel blue. I love no one but you. Oh yeah.
La da 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 da. Oh.
You are a liar.
You are a cheat and a liar.
She's a cheat and a liar. When she cheats, she even move my feet. She take the blues and she hold the fuse. Oh yeah.
Pull up this song now, eh?
Cause she mean.
Can we send it out a message of peace to the big city like London town and New York City, as I would say. Lights are always out to blazing in the highway. Got to be some kind of man who can understand as I would tell you. Got to be careful not to push a man, as I would say. Got to be careful not to run a man. Carry his bag. Got to turn your lights down low, brothers and sisters. Got to look at yourself and steal the gold. Kind of tell about the guy named Frank, 'cause I won't tell you he was a crime. Whose cap was always up and down, up with weed and coke, you know. This guy named Frank was some kind of bloke, 'cause I won't tell you he got a stroke. This kind of brother was no kind of man. You know. Yeah. Baby got to have some kind of patience while I hit the seed until about the weed. Sweet is kind of move to your structure like I tell you. When you come a addict to the weed, then indeed you got to be in the bungle. Some kind of cat will put you in the bungle, as I would tell it to you. When you're in the bungle, then you're in a lot of trouble. Baby, when I tell you, you got to be on the double like I say. Keep doing for the kids of each and every one, you got to move around and play. Be careful of your mentality. Don't put doing that kind of stuff as I would say. Pull up this song now, eh?
That's what's happening out there on the streets with our children, huh? Too much pusher, man. Take a joke. Serious thing.
Wow!
Here star, the man in my right.
Side.
I'm on site, the man I hear the man I play Toby's hi-fi more time. The man sound hard in a star.
Yeah, well, King Tobies, I want sound a real while, me I tell you, you know, youth. Yeah,
Yes,
you know.
I'm gonna beg the man at 10 cents, you know.
10 cents.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna buy a stick oil, you know.
Right now, I'm gonna support that, you know, but if it's food, I'm gonna give food for that. Here, sir.
I love you, still forward more time, yeah.
Love you.
This is the kind of lesson you got to learn. Standing on the corner when there's really the brave. A winner sees the better than the slave. I'm begging each and every day. You got to hear what I say and leave the corner and run away. A literacy program is designed to open your mind, so you can be literate and get a job and feel so fine. Instead of begging on the corner every day. You hear what the brother said?
Chili doom down there.
Dilling down there.
Tell ya.
Doom down there.
People have no mentality.
People of low mentality will never get around to equality.
And equality and justice.
Equality and justice stands for all.
So that what?
Who know that Satan's kingdom must fall. In a time appointed, our reign and hurt begun. I come to break oppression and set the captives free, so you got to understand.
True.
I come to rule the musical nation with justice and equality.
So the black man, you must understand.
Black man, you got to be free like a bird in a tree.
One of these days.
And live in love and unity for I and I. Maybe you could make it if you try. It's a black man time.
Pull up this song now, eh?
You see that man that made the statement? When a man they play them tune, that man they never is in England, you know. You understand? All the youth like me. You understand? Me there as a member of the audience. I had to put on clothes and make myself look bigger than me was, older than I was, to be able to enter Roaring 20s. Listen. Yo, Her Majesty, we are come for you, you know. Yeah. I'm coming. You take his joke. I am coming, Your Majesty. We are walk through Buckingham Palace. This Muslim area come with the rock. My brethren never come with them chalice. Watch it high grade. Easy. You see the transition, excuse me, beg your pardon. You see the transition we keep talking about? It's true, he's a basketball coach and teacher and instructor. See, I don't even like the word coach. But you see, you have a transition from offense to defense, defense to offense. Now, if your transition are quick and a well balanced and run as a pack, unified, you struggle. But you see the life of transition in terms of institution and governments and these type of thing and structures. If you don't have that, you have nothing. So these are the part and parcel of the failures that we have undertaken here in England. You see? Even in the Caribbean too. You understand? So when the governments them come and ministers them come and gone and so forth, this is transition. So the next set of people that come now, we are trying to say that we know them because we can call them name. No. It's not about them goddamn name. Not the name we are talking about now, Mr. Smith, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Best and so. No. The names of the people them who take up office. No. We're supposed to deal with the structure of that office so that it becomes more in favor of us and what we want, not what they continue to keep doing. And then pass it on again and pass it on again. So here comes in the European thing now. The people who deal with Africa and deal with us here. The transition keeps changing. We don't know nothing. We don't know what the hell goes on up at Chatham House. That's what Mugabe stayed there still because him couldn't get people like me and not like many of you supporting him and want to take the country to the level where they become independent and not dependent. So sometimes we are kick that bucket to say, boy, the people them stay long. No, they don't naturally stay long all the time because of wanting to be. It is that the transition that they want and the training that they want, the next set of people that gonna come and run the thing is not gonna change the thing from the perspective of what them have. Right? They have is come and change the thing back. Give everything that you work so hard for. You give it back to the oppressor. Huh? No. Me just mention apartheid. So, yeah, you're right. Me I come back to you. Huh? We just mention apartheid now. 1947 or 48. The man them, the people them trick we. The Boers trick the Africans. And them govern the place. And them take the majority and make them insignificant. You see? Them set up all the institutions them for themselves and to marginalize the African of the place. Come and create the Africano languages and everything in the place. Institution, right? And keep passing it down, because the older ones, them, right? And then bring forth them young ones and them keep this thing that was meant to be a form of democracy because Britain and all the others back them, You think see them doing the thing by themselves? So eventually what happened is we were segregated because them segregate things themselves from ourselves and still take what them regard as the best of ourselves, the most timid ones, and have us as servitude slave working for them. But the whole country was like that. You couldn't work nowhere without working for them. You couldn't earn nothing without going through them. A small group of people now. So if you want to see how that really work, you have to watch Planet of the Apes again and again and again. Yeah. So this is the atrocities, some of the atrocities that has been inflicted on African people over the centuries. You want to ask us now, how far should we go? Right? How far do we want them to go? Right? Africa has paid the blunt up to now for these type of behaviors. Then you have Palestine, the Palestinian people, right? Over there, what we call Al-Quds, with them call Jerusalem. Back to that J stuff again, right? And they have created an apartheid system and structures over there. Because them look upon an event and they've implemented that same event, that activity, that plan in a day movement. And this is the most despicable form of racism, you know. Anti-Semitism, you know. But you're not supposed to mention it. Not supposed to do that. And if you have anybody who opposes that, and them know them people, and you are a friend of those people, then you are racist, you're Semitic, and anti-Semitic and everything. So you see, we haven't learned anything. So our transition is just, we'll look for a new boat, right? And it's going to come from the US. We'll look for Shelly-Ann, it's going to come from the US, and so on. That's all. We've been looking for a new Bob Marley, you know, and it came with garlic silt, and something happened, and right now we're there upon you Chronics and Bushman, you understand? But a couple of them, but there's some more, and this is it. And where are we? Now, the apartheid system that took place in South Africa, them come with a thing with Bishop back to the church again, back to, right? Them come with a thing, Reconciliation Committee. No one was charged with the atrocities of the apartheid structure. No one was charged with all the killing and murdering and everybody of prominent Africans who opposed them and are run for political office and everything, and I rally the people them down and teach the people them what they're supposed to know. Enough for them own country. And we sit down there with Bishop Tutu, Reconciliation Committee, where they ostracize Winnie, the mother, the queen. That's what happened. And then the international court arrested so much Africans. The International Criminal Court, so much African, no matter what they call it, the African Criminal Court. And then take one individual from charge any individual out of these boars of this apartheid system, police, armed force, and others, for any crime or injustices. See? So no one takes us serious because we don't even take ourselves serious. So when the question is asked, how far should we go? May I say we name? Why? That's to the end of time. Because they're not being honest with us. Them say slavery done and them took us back to where them take we from. So the backside it done. Then let's leave we in a strange land. Hence the tune me play. In a strange land. To do what? Tell you that you're free? To do what? Live like what? A grow up. I try fend for ourselves. We have done marvelous things for ourselves. Because they never give us nothing. They never give us no handout. But them take another people for rotted Europe after a war through their own despicable behavior and supplant them somewhere else and maintain them up to now. 73 years. Come on, man. And we idiotic people are still behaving or are behaving in an idiotic manner. And this is voluntarily done. We're not being subjected to nothing right now. Only racism, but it's voluntarily done, the way we think, the way we react, the way we respond. We're not strike for nothing worthy of any cause. After the Deptford fire, the New Cross fire, the New Cross massacre, none more happened. Them turn it round within 2 years and they start shout about yardie this, yardie that, yardie this, yardie that, and bring a gun force called Operation Trident and everything that went about doing all kind of thing that we don't even know what that covert operated force was all about, and we don't even know if it still exists and what does it still do. You understand? And right now, if we don't pay attention to what the hell is happening, they will arm the police them on the pretense that we are creating so much problem and so forth and so on. Nobody not going to say it's we, but it's for we. And then you can find out now that so much of us are being shot. Remember, them already got the Muslim thing up there, you know, saying terrorism, this, and that. So it will justify everything every day, man. And they'll be like, woof. And then they have training from their American cousins. You know, see it? A phone looks like a rotted gun and then they shoot you. And they don't shoot you one time. They shoot you 17, 18, rotted 20 times. Till you're definitely dead. At least them guys, they hit your body, hit your head, hit everything. Because they don't want you to survive. And I don't tell you already, you know, when you go to these training places, the people, them show you what is a kill shot, what is a wound shot. How come everybody take death shot? Nobody don't take no wounding shot in a death shot. Because it's these black people, they don't care a damn. When they don't understand. You don't understand or you don't want to understand. Which one? Is it understand or overstand? You don't realize. You see? And this type of despicable behavior continues to happen. So how far should we go? I'm going to come back to Her Majesty because I must play Alton and then you get the drift again. You know what I mean? So, people, the thing is serious. Keep running up and down and jumping around. And then throw a spanner in the works at me and say, why you play a tune? But did you listen to the lyrics of the song? I might think that, you know. Listen to the lyrics. A principle is not on. Because you see, Friday, you know, we do something. Right. Everything we do, there's a spanner come somewhere. Yeah? The thing say, it barred in this country. Gone out to the world, you know, it's a different thing. This we get worldwide listening. But home base now? No. If you're not tuning on Friday, when we there live, and you hear the something, you're not gonna get it after, you know. Right? The one them outside the world, outside of England, can get it. But the one inside of England can't get it. What a boy, I tell you. I wonder if that boy there that get the honors, if him don't have these problems. I wonder if Barry G don't have these problems since he come to England. Or him don't go on a radio show. Which one? I don't understand what the hell is happening, man. You see? We must play some disgusting tune. So you see that they will start with the bloodbath and rare and everything. We look for the examples of things and see how people deal with things. You understand? So them just want we would be degenerate. You see? And everything is all right. Because you know, so the means of this thing that we are dealing with called radio and media, if Marcus Garvey was here, rotted man, he would have controlled the whole universe. But we are imbeciles. We are imbeciles. When I use the thing properly, including my rotted self, I tell you, we're not using the thing properly at all. The man that could have about 4 million people to write it, and a newspaper that get all around the place, and the newspaper take long, the mail take long. Look at the things we have now. Within seconds, milliarity seconds, people have information, can read all up one book, and you have auto book and all kind of something. You tell me, say, I can't communicate with my brothers and sisters on the continent. You think so that me don't understand how to make drum sounds and everything. We are useless people. But me and my family, we're not in that category, in that uselessness. We are trying to sort it out, and we will figure it out. Not the diamonds tune, you know. We will figure it out. I tell you, it's a joke, man. People, hey, we have certain luxuries that we take liberty of because we're just foolish. And we are scream with money and all them something there. Popularity contest. Listen, black people. Our day must come. For the righteous ones, them. You can't stop me, innit? That's the problem.
And our day will come.
What a rhythm.
When we have everything,
I me want mine before me dead.
and we'll share the joy, falling in a love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know.
See, when you're teaching, you have to teach proper. When you're arguing, you have to argue strong. When you're yelling, you yell with intelligence. Listen. I mean, I forget my sisters and wife.
I've got something
Oh, sweet
I'd
Judah.
like to say. It's rather colorful, but I'll say it anyway. Black is our color. Black is our name.
Have strength.
Strength, prosperity, and wisdom is our game. Those black we are, and black we will always be. Black.
You think it's a joke? We joke, innit? And we not smoke. Watch it.
Art you, I caught you where I want you, y'all. Them a go on like them nice,
Uh-huh.
them no nice like we.
No, they're not.
And I go on like them sweet,
And they're not sweet.
them no sweet like we.
We love we wife, man.
Them a go on like them high,
And we not smoke.
but them take it so low.
High grade.
And I go on like them care,
Watch it, spotlight, bright
but them
lights.
not sincere.
Sure, Aisha.
Them no nice like we,
Postcode
good nice like we.
navigator.
Them no nice like we,
Discipline.
them no King Selassie. Them no nice like we, them no Marcus Garvey.
Why?
No nice like we, them no Sister Nanny. Them a go like them rough, them no rough like we. And I go like them tough, them not tough like we. Them a go like them high, but them take it so low. And I go like them care.
Swear.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I use the words in this song. Don't be misled by your ego.
Lessons.
Cause in this life, quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to rap.
Classroom.
Some may say yes. Don't be misled by your ego. I've seen so many times just because they're egos. Oh, whoa, whoa. I feel stand up firm up in a Babylon. Can't follow the wicked and go do the wrong. Not show up on your brethren through your by the van. And your money get big like Fimatalan. Because you tell they get to use them to know themselves. Stand up for something, proceed for your wealth. Pray to Master God and Him will improve your strength. The future is in your hands. I said, don't be misled by your egos. Cause I say in this life, quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to rap. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't be misled by your ego. I've seen so many times just because they're egos. Oh, 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 oh. You have to listen before you talk. Look before you walk. You have to be careful of the wheels and shots. The wicked them a plan up as the
See someone touch up my emotions the other day? Yeah. Swing sharp. Yeah, you lost. My bright, you know, even when I'm mad.
Trashman didn't get my trash today.
Tell them
Oh, why? Because they want more pay.
they want more money.
Buses on strike wanna raise a fare so they can help pollute the air. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups and downs of carousel.
Mr. Derek Harrod,
Change
chosen few. What happened to you? You're stuck with it. No, man. No, man. True people.
Make the world go round.
See black people.
Wall Street losing dough in every share. They're blaming it on
Hey, you see them time they may have some sweet time studying, you know. Man, had a platonic relationship with a nice, beautiful queen. Yeah? Go to library, do a work, feel good. You understand? Example the elders set for we. You understand? Examples, man. Listen. If you never had it, can't take it. Reminiscing, I tell you. Gone across America, you know.
Trashman didn't get my trash today. Oh, why? Because they want more pay. Buses on strike wanna raise and fare so they can help pollute the air. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups
Yeah, man, you have to raise some money. Go buy a suit length. Yeah? And go to the tailor. Yeah, man. Put down a deposit. Yeah. Come back 2 weeks' time. Sometime, if you're good, you know, you have 7 days to write it. And you have a suit. You see? You look good. We all are 12, 13. Yeah? When they not raise the children them good so them can feel the thing. Yeah? When I go on with disgustingness, you know, like cultural expression, sure. I talk about what it, and I project the thing to the people. Listen.
Virtual generation.
Let me see if them gonna mute this.
I was searching for a boogie. I was gonna have some fun. Meeting my friends on the front line. We were looking for a good time. All we needed was a change. Thought we had the weekend all arranged.
Pull up this song now, eh?
But there's no one around. Tell me what's going on. Where is the people? Where is the band? Where is the people? Is there no one around inside the town? Inside the land. Some get addicted to the internet. Computer personality. It's driving the people crazy. I was searching for the city. Kept looking all around. Calling on my friend to tell me what's going on. Where is the people? Where is the dance? Where is the people? Is there no one around inside the town?
The coolest station online.
Yeah, that's us.
Because we play
This.
We're living inside the land. Cyber generation. Don't addicted to the internet. Computer deficiency.
The coolest station online.
Yeah, that's us.
Cause we play
This.
Version. So we try to understand what we are doing wrong. Yeah. Left Facebook, no YouTube, no home turf, gone international. Look like they want things so that way. What?
the coolest station online.
Yeah, that's us.
Cause we play
This.
And I go do that, you will do that, and no you that, and no true that, me no believe in that. And that's not funny. Who that and I go do that, you will do that, and no you that, and no true that, me no believe in that. And that's not funny. Youths of today, they are using their head back away. Easily influenced to other things they say. True, they don't have no direction. They turn to the guns. And as them turn to the gun, a mother ban a belly and ban out to war.
See, we can't stop teach. It's inside our brain. You understand me? Proper things. Watch this. Jealousy not taken away. We orchestrate.
Them I wonder why so much gonna bust. Them I wonder why so much blood a run. Them I wonder why so much youth a die. Them I wonder why so much mother cry. But I think them know.
Hey, we can put pen to paper, you know. You understand? And just take them 2 tracks there and come up with a program and go get a £250,000 donor. City Hall. Serious thing. You think see me I run up my mouth? Alright, you don't know nothing about me. You understand? I mean the wife know nothing about me. $250,000. Listen.
Let's feel some joy and gladness.
Listen to it. Reality check.
Foolishness, whoa. They name me out. Youngster living on no plating. So watch how you roll. You got to be tough in the road. Many are stone cold. Hey, me tell you it's all no plating. Rude boys guns out. Them not take word I'm out. Who first drive on the road? I tell you I no plating. No left your head back careless. Bullets splash out your brain and left you in a dip it. Youngster living on no plating.
Listen.
When the Gideon turn on a death before the sun are in the ring. Check this. In a badness you got to know the rules. You can't be stupid up on the battlefield. Rude boy will take you off a fool. Next thing, you better know if you hunt your own food and still keep it humble and cool. No
the coolest station online.
Yeah,
that's us.
Cause we play this.
Yeah. No.
Peter Morgan.
Listen.
Tell me, how I and I can survive when you make it hard again? How the youth them figure school when you win on no money to spend? How the crime rate figure down when you import the gun them? And street life hard, my friend, yeah. Blood sucking vampires, yo, it's all about them. All when the youths are ball for food, them careless, my friend. Separation to a nation, generation X, my friend. Now why you not the end? Hey, cause it's unfair to
You don't have the sense like we. So you get vexed. Listen.
Yeah, that's us.
Yes,
Cause we play
this. Put away
Why you get vexed?
Come along, let's all unite ways. Oh, Jah. From the gullies and the Gazas and the trenches, rise to the top. No good things life have recommended. Them can't
We
say
value
we no
people.
try. All them got to do is strengthen us and know by giving us a blind.
We value life and we love people.
Society. Uplift yourself even though the system it abuse me.
Straight
and
up.
as the time goes by, still in search of a better
Things and
life.
times.
I bless the man from
Lesson learned,
society,
man.
la villain spoilers. I hail the man them who I try keep the peace. I bless the man from Rima and Matthews Lane and Dunkirk. Make it work.
See?
Make it work.
We not forget the things.
How you so ignorant? Why you move so arrogant?
See? Why?
Tell me about you have to rise 6 pants and now you kill the woman and she pregnant. Hey, murderer, cold-blooded murderer. Next time before your finger touch the trigger, stop and think if you'd have shot your own mother. Murderer, cold-blooded murderer. Too much blood a run like river. Selassie I say bless up for the longest liver. But see nowadays youth heartless. I build fear man money in a them start. Yes, them and the devil in a contest. Cause them no work we be love nor God bless. So them a shut up when no take talk. If them shut you at Jamaica you make headline in New York. But look how much life you write off. So all you sleep in your bed when it touch laugh. And we know murderer, cold-blooded murderer. Next time before your finger touch the trigger.
Here we go.
Yeah, man, Rasta set trend, man, and I follow.
You really don't want to see your brother make progress. Whoa, yeah.
And that is the problem with some people. You know what I mean? Them just don't want to see a person progress. And them can see the levels, you know. That's the problem too. They can see the levels. They can see, you know what I mean? That may have some intentions, you know. I change my gears them and things like that. You see? But that not gonna stop nothing, man. As long as me have life, you see? As long as me have life, me feel comfortable. I'm a wife, you know, my family. I back with me I try though. Everything's safe. Other than that, I have to keep my family in check. You know what I mean? Not in check, you know, keep everything balanced, you see? Because life is beautiful. You see what I mean? Don't get jealous, man.
You really don't want to see.
Young Little Thompson, I have to keep saying that all the while, you know?
Some don't want to see their brother make progress. Some don't want to see their sister make progress. So every time they see me pass, so much happen, some of them are laugh. And them you come.
That's why I can't understand why them a I spy. Fire in your blowhole. What happened to them? What happened to them?
La 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 la. Fire I go burn them. Fire I go burn them. Get your fire, get your fire. Say get your fire, they make a nice. Get your fire, get your fire. And they make a nice. Just the other day, I pop all down. Just the other day, another one fall. Get your fire, get your fire. Get your fire, they make a nice. Get your fire, get your fire, they make a nice.
We are done. I test the thing. Because I want to find out who I do who. Yeah, man, I try to find out who's doing what. Young Little Thompson again.
Never conquer, ja, 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 ja,
If you know how my heart and soul does reminisce, because I want me grow with. You understand? Stick it on the turntable and stick the needle upon the track. That's what we stand up and listen to. Hey, Maestro, who used to play this tune here? Besides Shaka, Sufferer. And up at Birmingham, Mafia tune. And who else? Quaker City. And who else? Zion. And in a Bristol, Fulham Dynamic. Yeah. Version. I will really buy one of them tune from. No man, him never had it yet. Well, you could have got to Suggested Shop. What? Did they have Shepherd Bush? Yeah man, Jesus. Bully them, bully them.
Come, let's praise and to die. Jada is the conqueror.
Little Thompson, young Little Thompson.
They can never conquer Jah. They can never conquer Jah. Jada is the conquering Lion of Judah.
Click it, click. And the thing called YouTube. See? So you get, I put your phone on. You understand? That's Salman. And you know the track then. Neville Thompson. Long dreadlocks.
Is a mighty man. Dada is the conqueror. Who can conquer that? Praise Dada children. Praise Dada children.
Now you see what the man's contradicting himself, because him say the people them a listen to music all the while. I tell you already, you know, listen to what is being said. Her Majesty, we're there upon your case.
When the black man's word was spoken, yeah, and the white men thought it was a token, oh yeah. We have suffered our whole life through, doing things that you're not supposed to do, yeah. We were beat till our back was black and blue. I was born a loser. I was born a loser because I'm a black man. I was living in my own land. I was moved because of white man's plan. I am living in a different land. Hey, we don't want no war or fuss, oh no, no. All we need is faith and some trust. Ooh. We were beaten all our life through, doing things that you're not supposed to do, yeah. We were beaten till our back was black and blue. And I was born a loser. I was born a loser because I'm a black man. I was moved from my own land just because of all those white man's plan. I am living in a white man's land. Look here now, baby. Woo!
See? So the movie, I mean, the song is self-explanatory. They move we from we land and bring we into their land and other lands that they are governed to work on their behalf. And then when they were finished with us, they didn't take us back to that land to which they originally took us from. They just used the word, you are free. So in these places where them tell we were free, some of you need to take your children and show them. And what you don't know, there are some of the elders that are in the 90s and 100 and plus. What were you able to do when they turn around and tell you, see, that you are free? They would tell you that we stayed on the plantation because we didn't have nothing and nowhere to go. And as time move on, them get some shingles, bits of wood. Them say, what's that? Them say bits of wood. And peel in and put together for some shelter. And the trash from the cane has always been our friend, even though it cut us up. But if you lie on it and don't wiggle, you're good. That's what we were left with. Strange enough, you can go to many of the islands them and you can see those dwellings still exist for many families. And we're taught now, 21st century, 2019, near 20. And what's remarkable and amazing by the grace of God, all the hurricanes and the storms that come every year, they're not being able to remove them. And we thank God for that. So, a people, I refer back again, a people who did not come from somewhere are dispatched or disposed, displaced. Because they don't look like us, they've been honored more. What says those who now say that there are presidents and prime ministers and so forth of Africa and the Caribbean? They're doing their master's bidding. God save the Queen, etc., 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 every day and the close of day. The overseer is the Governor Generals. And Chatham House is a constitutional validator. I tell you, man, our situation and all our ancestors that fought for our dignity and our rights, should we not honor them also? Should we not honor them also? So reparations are serious, serious, serious. Cannot say too much more. And to think that we need to remove, to have medical treatment to erase the mental torment that many of us go through, are experiencing, have experienced, will experience, and are experiencing. Cultural trauma, neglect, and it's only because another people tells us or look at us as these athletes, they turn around and says, what is the pain that you're suffering? Because we're not supposed to suffer from psychological damage. You understand? Them have we as jackass mule, because the way in which they see us in the first place was workers. We pick the cotton. We dig the hole for the yam, the potato, and we cut the cane. We pick the buds for the coffee. We bag them, pack them, transport them. Someone needs to tell us the truth about what 1 cent is valued at a cent. We let people misuse and mistreat us that we're not valuable. We're only valuable towards them, but we're not valuable to ourselves. And some of us says this type of conversation is not good. It stirs up a lot of trouble, rare. And join that posse it was a long time ago. So if the First World War wasn't a long time ago, why then remember it and commemorate and have these honors? You think it's just to say never again? Serious thing. Is that all? Is that what you think that they're saying? Never again. No. They're remembering their errors, their ways. I'm telling you, there's thousands of our people in Argentina that are not even treated properly and respected over there. That fought for Britain in the second European catastrophe. We have to look also down the road at Portugal, the Portuguese. Forget the football, and look at Brazil also and see, recognize how our ancestors are treated and mistreated. Them take we women, sire them, take for the children them, glamorize them, use them as marketing tool for tourism, push them up on carnivals. So you see the Brownings. Why is you don't see their mother? Sometimes we really need to have a good look at ourselves and understand what these people continue to do and what evil there is in this earth. And if that evil is not challenged, it will continue to fester. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It needs to be challenged. How do it need to be challenged? Tell them they're wrong. Seriously. They're wrong. But just because them put some money just like the carrot in front of you, you want that. You see that as more important. A lot of you out there is going, why don't you shut up? You idiot, you're rocking the boat. Get off. Yeah. Yo, my sisters, what's your name? Sister Judah and other sisters. Yeah, we have to play the ruler. You understand? Yeah, we have to come back to him. I done tell you already, I love sound, you know. love music, but I throw my sanity for it, so we are conk off and go off, man.
Without money, I know it really makes no difference. I've got love, I know. Easy squeeze, it makes no riot if you know it's gonna hurt you. Play it cool. Easy squeeze, it makes no riot if you know it's gonna hurt you. Play it cool.
Yeah, why we mention blues? Well, Bluesville was a centerpiece of drawing us as a people in the North London area so that we could come together. You know what I mean? Centerpiece for years. You see? Many people who know Bluesville and went Bluesville can never tell you about any conflict at Bluesville. The only conflict that I can remember, in Bluesville was when another son from the area was given an opportunity to play. And that son, for him people them, cut the mesh of the resident sound box them up. So the possibility of them coming back must be what they were under. Bad-minded, I tell you. But Sir Biggs, in weather the storm, repair him boxing and repair him speaker, and continue. Yeah. You understand? So, they were our history. They were our passage, through learning and moving around and still going to school, going to college. And we had elder persons than us that still at school, 6 farmers, that are guiding and supporting us, not in badness and them thing there, to learn with books. And that's how we know so much about Kunta Kinte before Alex Haley, You understand? Because our Derek Harrop bust the tune long, and there was all these different manuscripts and different things, and Stokely Carmichael, a full friend, and Jonathan and George Jackson, all these people. So, enough of us had pin pals. Maybe some of the young people, they may teach them how to have pin pal. I don't know. Because you're there on Facebook, you're there on all these things, and these things seem like pure vulgarity, nastiness are run, right? So, that's how we used to be. That's how I used to be. And all my brethren, all my friend them, girlfriend, boyfriend, everything friend, right? And when you had a girlfriend, it wasn't no girlfriend. It was a girl that you are friendly with, and we are go school and everything. We call it platonic relationship, not these sexually motivated, so-called alleged friendships. Next tune before me gone. You see, I do all these things that I can just go now and look upon, in terms of the music, and look upon what the people them haven't done or have done. You see? Yeah. So guidance, God willing, Principal and I, we will hot up the spot on Friday, God willing. You understand? Guidance.
Shit, man. We even rob the streets at night. Fuss and fight. We don't have no respect for a black brother. We are afraid of revolution. Man, why we are afraid of revolution? Man, why we are afraid of revolution? Black man, come here to be a tribulation. Black man, come here to fight liberation. Time for we have a revolution. Man said a time for we have a revolution. For Babylon, them a keep up corruption. Boy, them a hold Natty Dread in a detention. Say them a shoot up Jaja children, it no mention. Said every day we get up and we grumble. Man, every day we get up and we humble. We too soft, we too soft.
Guidance to each and everyone. The good, the bad, the indifference. When I beg no one for like me, I put quite something for people to understand, overstand, digest. You see? Things and times. We are real, not pretensive. We are very, very real. So we play something from Mr. Dictionary, otherwise known as I Ride. We never got to Buckingham Palace Review Ride. And we give you Sir Alton Ellis. Yeah. I will give you the lovely voice of what? The young Linville Thompson, stronger than Samson. Yeah, forgot Delilah. And some production from Mr. Derek Harriott. Chosen few. I think I'm gonna make a habit of going stateside and bust a yard piece. Show you the relationship from a spiritual, lyrical, writing and sounding. Not decadence, you know what I'm saying? And a group called the Stylistics. Yeah. Next time we come with the Chai Lights. And Hamilton Bohannon. Yeah. I tell you, man, sweet artist. Guidance, gone. That's Mr. Best. Things and Times, World Jam Global. Gone, man. Yard Massive and Florida Massive. We are still experimenting on the people and lock the thing off, man. So, over your side, I'm not supposed to click and watch it. Because it's supposed to be with you. If it's not with you, you need to send Principal the message. You see? But Friday, we'll try again. Guidance. One love. Arrows. Hey, we need to contact you